Crazy people fight on paternity court.
She was at a youth shelter, and at the
He
youth
didn't
shelter,
try to get in contact with me.
At the youth
I
shelter,
tried to get in contact with him. I didn't even know that he was
After
in
you-
Atlanta for 2 days. I was blowing his phone up, calling him, and he was like, well,
you're
gonna
lying.
be
You're
upset
lying,
when I
just like
tell you where I
everything
am.
else. You're lying,
and he
just
was
like
like, I'm in
everything else.
Atlanta.
Wait
He
a
had already
minute,
been
if
in
you're
Atlanta.
All right.
wait.
Being a daddy takes more than saying I'm a daddy.
So
you have to provide
from the bottom
also
of my heart.
maturity. He's not the father of my child right here. The hairdresser is.
Imagine you had established a good and wholesome relationship with your baby and mommy decided to drop the "you may not be the daddy" bomb on you. Well, Mr. Taylor appeared to be in such a situation, and now he wanted answers. Let the paternity games begin.
I've done too much for the kids. I've been there since day one, raising this kid, fathering the kid, clothing the kid. I do everything for this child. And the only thing that I do know is that if this child ain't mine, I'll be walking out this courtroom today a single man.
You have a family together. So there is a lot at stake here. Do you understand, Ms. Jackson?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
With eyes full of stars and heads full of dreams, these guys moved to Florida for a fresh start. Little did the mommy know that Mr. Taylor, the man with dreams of a rap career, went on his way, stranding her and the kids. So what did she do next? Well, she found shelter and comfort in the arms of Mr. Green. Quick and painful.
I met Mr. Green in a shelter, and we ended up becoming intimate. Mr. Taylor left me and my children stranded in Florida while he went away to, I guess, chase his dreams. And I felt alone, and I felt as if I had no one.
Fasten your emotional seatbelts, people. It's gonna get turbulent. So, the baby daddy accepted that he did abandon mommy, but claimed to do everything for her and the kids. And by the time he got in contact with, the affair station had left the station. All that was left now were crazy fights and arguments.
She was at a youth shelter, and at the
He
youth
didn't
shelter,
try to get in contact with me.
At the youth
I
shelter,
tried to get in contact with him. I didn't even know that he was
After
in
you-
Atlanta for 2 days. I was blowing his phone up, calling him, and he was like, well,
you're
gonna
lying.
be
You're
upset
lying,
when I
just like
tell you
everything
where I
else.
am.
You're lying,
and he
just
was
like
like, I'm in
everything else.
Atlanta.
Wait
He
a
had already
minute,
been
if
in
you're
Atlanta.
All right.
Wait.
Well, these guys were pros at fighting, that's for sure. The most important question was how soon Miss Jackson sought comfort in the arms of Mr. Green. She claimed a few weeks, but Mr. Taylor claimed 3 days. Uh-oh. And here they go, yelling again.
3 days later, she was pregnant by October 12th. I left September 14th. That was less than a month.
No,
That's
I
a
knew.
lie.
I didn't do it right away.
Ooh, I'm so mad.
If he would have never left us there in the first place, this whole situation could have been avoided. If he would
I
have
left
just been a
because they was
man
in a
about the
shelter.
situation.
They
Be
was
a
in a
man about the
shelter.
situation.
Boy, accusations were flying left and right. The window of conception was the talk of the two next. The defendant tried her hardest to justify her equation with the other potential baby daddy, claiming they both were in a similar boat of relationship chaos, and that's what connected them. But not so fast, because the plaintiff was so not buying that.
We were both going through the heartache of losing someone that we cared about and still wanting to be in that relationship. It wasn't right, but it was emotions at the time. You cannot control your emotions when you feel that you want someone. I want Mr. Taylor to be there, but I couldn't have that at the time.
Because I left to try to better the family, that gave you the justification to cheat.
So, after all that drama, these guys still somehow managed to find their way back to each other, only for fate to have a big laugh, as baby mama didn't tell him about the impending baby. But he got to know about it, obviously. So much for not telling, huh?
We didn't have a lot of contact with each other, and I was still having a lot of, emotional depression over our relationship.
Facebook contact saying it was Umar Jr. though.
I felt as if I was holding on to the last strand of our relationship. I knew that if I told him
So being
about
deceitful is the
Mr.
way to keep
Green
it together?
possibly being the father, that he would be gone.
Well, the cat is out of the box now. It appears after being in jail for a day, mommy finally came out clean. Though in one last-ditch effort, she tried to justify her actions. However, too little, too late now, Miss Jackson.
It took me so long to tell him because that's hard. How do you tell somebody that you love that you did them so wrong,
You love somebody,
So-
how much you want to do them wrong.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes,
That big
Your
of a
Honor.
mistake.
Everyone makes mistakes, even though my mistake was a great mistake. And if I could take it back, I would, Your Honor.
Moving on from that, it seems baby mama did go for honesty, just not all the way, because she was still in contact with Mr. Green. And how did the baby daddy know this? Oh, he did a little snooping of his own. Guess when trust shatters, all bets are off then.
She had a Magic Jack app on her phone. She was texting him. She was asking, can I name the baby after you?
Who is she texting?
Mr. Green, can I name the baby after you? This, that, and the third. Mr. Green saying, no, we don't want no parts. When I come around, okay, since he don't want to be there, after she pursued to try to get him in the picture, he didn't want to. She threw me in the picture.
Enter Mr. Green, the other running candidate for the baby daddy role. According to him, he did have a brief relationship with Mommy, though the defendant was quick to call it a partnership. But the way they broke things off, baby daddy 1 had theories of his own regarding that. Oh, he was a smart one.
When we left the shelter, I just got, I got my place, my condo, two-bedroom bathroom by myself. So I told her that she can come stay with me because I don't want her on the streets, The whole time she'd be, laying in bed with me. I look over, she messaging him stuff.
Really? You see that she's
right?
messaging Mr. Taylor.
Yeah.
It appears after an argument, Mommy was asked to pack up her stuff and leave the house by Mr. Green. Well, that's one way to end a partnership, huh? Fast forward to being back together with Mr. Taylor, and baby mama was still in contact with, ding ding ding, Mr. Green, though not on good terms anymore.
I haven't
Slow
had
him
any
down.
contact with him since
Slow
my
him
son
down.
was a
I
month
wish
old.
put up my
Blowing.
Facebook right now, all messages you trying to ask me to get DNA test. Stop stunting on, please.
Right, that
Please.
means you're a deadbeat. If
Please.
you know that you're a potential father, why wouldn't you want to take a DNA test to see if this your child? That's deadbeat status.
You should know who the father is.
The curtain falls on this courtroom spectacle, and we reach the most awaited part, DNA results showdown. Miss Jackson's hopes were hanging in the balance, and too much was on the line here. Let's roll the paternity dice.
His biological father is Mr. Green.
That's mine, that's good. And I respect you for being there.
I was about to say, you got a good child now.
We have got Mr. Carroll and Miss Goggins battling out to determine who's the real parental MVP of 26-year-old Shalitha Carroll. Yep, a 2-decade-old paternity mystery was heading toward closure. So, take out the DNA testing kits, peeps.
I understand, sir. Take your time.
And I know I love Lily. I always tried to better than her. That she my daughter. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. This is my daughter.
So, all of these years, you never had doubt.
No.
A love story with twists that were humdinger. Mommy and Daddy take us on a sarcastic journey through their relationship. It seems one-night stands, secret affairs, and a hairdresser who was just not fabulous with scissors, but apparently with romance summed up this sordid romance. Can you say dramatic salon reveal with crazy fighting?
I
Never told
told
me
you that I am pregnant by someone else, and you didn't want it to believe it. Maybe it hurted you because I had sex with someone else, but I've told you that I was not pregnant by you.
She never told me that.
Yes,
Never.
I did.
Never did she tell me that.
Oh, we were about to enter the realm of doubt and betrayal. Spicy, right? So, Mommy Dear dropped the bombshell that Mr. Carroll might not be the father. Cue the gasps. Next comes the emotional roller coaster as we dissect this shocking revelation that shatters the very foundation of trust.
He always has stated to me that he's my dad,
That's
so.
right.
Wow, whose baby is this? She's so white. I knew from there who Shalitha belonged to.
No.
After I left the hospital with Shalitha, I said, Shalitha is not your child. You never wanted to listen to me saying that it wasn't your child.
Enter the chaos of Shalitha's conception. But hold on, because it's a complete package with pregnancy, drama, denial, and accusations. While Miss Goggins reveals her version, Mr. Carroll got busy declaring his undying love for Lily. Ah, the tale of love, lies, and a birth certificate cliffhanger.
He couldn't believe that little Tina had another baby by somebody else.
She never said that. I always thought Lily was mine from my heart to the day. I love Lily. She's my daughter. That's why I'm here today, to show people that Lily is
She
my-
doesn't look like you.
And-
She looks
and
just
on
like
top of
her
that,
dad.
Look, she got my name on that birth certificate. That's my name.
Now, let's talk about timelines. With all the insane arguing going on, I'm pretty sure how this part must have gone. Yep, both parties recalled different versions of that fateful one-night stand. Was it 5 years later or right from the start? Be my guest at figuring that one out.
I'm here for Lily, and if she ever need anything from me, if I could provide it for her,
Okay, but you was there. You said that being a daddy takes more than saying I'm a daddy.
So in the
You have
bottom
to
of my-
provide
from the bottom
also
of my heart-
maternity. He's not the father of my child right here. The hairdresser is. And I always told her that.
Oh, the emotions were running wild here, but hold on to your family trees just yet. The birth certificate drama was yet to unfold. Now, there was a name on it, but was it signed willingly? That was the real head scratcher.
In middle school, that's like I say, I got the birth certificate and Jesse was on it, so I don't know.
And so you found the birth certificate and saw that Mr. Carroll's name was on your birth certificate.
Yes.
And yet you've got all these family photos where you spent time with this other guy that you thought was your biological father.
Clear the runway, people. The results were ready to be revealed. Oh, I just know there are gonna be tears involved. Could just feel it. Let's see if this 26-year-old mystery finally gets the missing piece or not. Cue the mic drop.
Mr. Carroll, you are her father.
I love you, man. I know it. I'm trying to. Oh my God! I told you, girl. I told you. You got.
A desperate baby mama was claiming her ex left her high and dry, leading her to consider wait for it, a life of crime. Yep, you heard that right. But wait, there's a twist. The defendant insisted he was not the right guy. Let the DNA drama unfold.
Ms. Brown, you claim the defendant got you pregnant and now refuses to do anything for your 2-month-old daughter, Journey, leaving you in financial distress. You claim DNA test will prove that he is Journey's father and you need him to step up and help you support your baby. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let me set the scene for you. So, Miss Brown was in a bit of a financial struggle. Nope, a lot of financial struggle, and accused Mr. Jones of dodging diaper duty. But hold on with the baby wipes just yet, cause Daddy played the I move states, blame it on her card.
I have no family I can depend on, I have to get it on my own. So therefore, if my kids don't have, I have to go to a store. If they need milk, clothes, shoes, I have to go steal.
You don't have to. That's a crime.
It is.
And if you commit crime, you get put in jail, and then who's gonna watch your children? You don't ever have to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, who wouldn't resort to a little illegal activities after that to provide for their baby, huh? Tough life. The defendant, however, seemed to think fatherhood was optional and claimed baby mama's behavior was too much to handle. Ouch!
Do you acknowledge that you are a potential father?
Yes, but I believe I'm not. 95% that I'm not, because it's 5% because I did have sexual relationship with her. So I'm not denying the whole thing, but because of her behavior and because of the things she does and things she says.
Rewind a bit, and we get to know our star-crossed lovers met at work. And guess what? Quicker than a Kardashian marriage, and bam, they were expecting a baby. But there was a catch though, in the form of another guy. Whoa, drama.
She had a boyfriend. So I got her from him, literally, from one house to another, and then before we could really get to know each other, she's pregnant,
So you said you were having sex.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were living on the same roof.
Yes, ma'am.
You know one another?
Nope.
Moving on to the window of conception now. Well, imagine a drunk selfie, and you will be able to catch my drift. It was blurry. Point to ponder though. Was it during the house-hopping romance or before? Before we figured that out, shade throwing was on between these guys.
We was in the house one day and I was like, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. He was
Yeah,
like,
I knew.
He said, you're pregnant. I said, no, I'm not. The next day, I went and took a pregnancy test and it came back positive. So I went to his cousin's house and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant.
You said you turned around and it made you feel like she had gotten pregnant.
Yeah, I just had an intuition.
If you thought that was drama, enter the drama llama. Cringe, I know. But it is what it is, people. Moving on, Miss Cross, the cousin, stepped up. And boy, did she spill the tea. Oh yeah. Coming up, Facebook messages, adoption plans, and doubts about the baby daddy. Don't forget the birth certificate in the mix, though.
How you sign those papers without his signature? I Googled that and you can't do that. Bye, crazy lady. Shake my head. The response, I definitely didn't need his signature. Nowhere on that paperwork. I don't know who her dad is.
I said that just to shut them up.
Following that spectacle, baby daddy found it only fair to come up with an exhibit of his own. Yep, and he is quite through with it. However, his version seems to collide with that of the plaintiff's. No surprise, right? And the courtroom chaos erupted.
Was you there, Ryan? Did
Was you
even-
making it able for him to be there?
How could I make it able for a man to
Man,
be there when
she
this
keep
man
telling
tells
me
me
she
he is
pregnant
not allowed
behind.
to come because he just started a new job?
'Cause she
I
playing
just
on the
started my
date.
new job. I don't want to leave
She's
my
playing.
job.
I just
You
got
never
the
took a
job.
day off.
She won't just drop it. I'm going to the hospital. I need you to be sure.
Ooh, somebody was lying. But you know what doesn't lie? DNA. Yep, it was result time. Time to spoil their yelling party with some truth. Let's see what justice the envelope holds for these guys.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Jones, you are her father.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you feel in this moment, Miss Brown?
I'm relieved. I'm happy. Hopefully he can step up